So, welcome, Ellen. You can be unmuted, darling. We want you. We want to hear everything about you, my darling. So, welcome, everybody, wherever you are. We've just decided we're all in a very cool spring, but I've been writing my newsletter today, and as I realised, it's the merry month of May, and this is the time of the year in in England. We used to jump around, skip around maypoles. So I just think that is a very good energy to be thinking about, skipping around a maypole. And I think that will get us in the right mood for this evening, because Ellen's going to really, really lift us up in a tremendous way. Now, Ellen is the sister of a very dear old friend of mine, Kerry Russell, the doctor. He and I started my charity, and he was the one who went and did all the work. I stayed at home, and he went out to Zambia and did all the work there and lived out there. He's one of my oldest and dearest friends. And Ellen is his sister, and he introduced me to Ellen and Ellen's gift of this wonderful yoga that she's doing. So before I introduce you fully to Ellen, I'd just like to give you a bit of news of what's coming along. Next month on Conscious Café, we have Ellen's in Chicago, and next month we're going to Portugal, and we have a speaker called Sergio Oliveira. And Sergio, apart from looking quite gorgeous, I have to say, is he's going to talk to us about the link of mind and body and the immune system, and the effect our emotions have on the immune system. I think it's very interesting. He's actually got quite an interesting backstory himself, and it'll be an interesting talk that he's going to give us. So that's in June. We've got coming up. We've also got a couple of more quite interesting speakers coming to us. One is a dream seer. She's a lady who can help you work out what your dreams are all about. So, how the dreams have on our consciousness. So that's coming as well. I'm doing a webinar on the 5th of June, which is one of my Saturday morning webinars, and I'm talking about and helping you to find out what your life purpose is and your life lessons. So we're focusing on life purpose and life lessons. That's on the 5th of June. But I'll be sending out a newsletter, and you'll get all that information anyway. So I was going to start by leading us through a short meditation, and this is just simply for us to disconnect to our daily life, just to pull ourselves in and be centered and focused purely on yourself and on the energies that you'll be going through this evening. So if you'd just like to, first of all, just disconnect, take away all the responsibilities and burdens that you hold on your shoulders, and just throw them into a big golden pool in front of you. Just do that, because we carry a lot of responsibility for lots of people and lots of things, and it's a good time just to drop it off. You know, those burdens are things that give us neck ache. That's purely it. Okay, now just slowly relax and breathe in slowly. And imagine you're going back to your front door now, and I want you to drop at your front door everything that doesn't apply to you for tonight. Everything of other people's troubles, everything that you've picked up during the day, just drop it outside your front door, close the door, come back in, sitting down, and now you're just focused on yourself. Just imagine that you are the very center of the universe in this moment, the very center of the universe. And in being in the center of the universe, all the love, all the light, all the joy of the universe is focused on you right now, just on you. And as you open your heart, You'll open yourself to receive all that joy and that light and that laughter. Ellen's going to take us into a place of laughter and joy. So open your heart fully now to receive it. Now release and clear everything from you that isn't light, and throwing it into the golden pool, which transforms it back to light. I surround you the blue flame of Archangel Michael, holding your energy protected and sealed. So all the troubles of the world, which we can focus on another time and send love to, but just at the moment, we're going to separate ourselves from all the issues of the world and allow ourselves the joy of laughter, light, and love. Wonderful. Bless you. That's wonderful. Good, good. Let's just connect to our higher selves for a moment, because our higher self is always in that state of joy. So I'm bringing your energy up now, connecting you through your crown to your higher self. Beautiful. And then we go just really down into the earth, taking your energies down, right down into connecting to Gaia, the beautiful spirit of our planet. And now you're human, your spirit, heaven and earth, fully connected as one. Perfect. Bless you, that's lovely. So thank you, come back through, and let me introduce you to Ellen, who's going to lead us through tonight's talk. Now Ellen is a registered nurse, but she's been through some pretty tough times, and don't think she's going to probably tell you too much about it, but she's been through 3 cancer surgeries. So this lady has been through the mill and back again. And she needed something to revive herself, to bring herself back into a state of well-being and joy. And so she took up laughter yoga. And she's now a teacher, and she leads groups, and she's very kindly offered us a course. Anybody, and she'll tell you more about this. She's looking to recruit more laughter in the world, more laughter yoga teachers. So she's going to be offering us a free course. And this lady, I've only met her recently, because she's the sister of a very, very dear friend of mine, Kerry, as I said, and we've only just met. I have to tell you, she's already impressed me with her joyful and beautiful presence. So I'm going to say no more, but pass you over to her, and I'm going to now do my best to do what Gina's just explained to me to do. So I'm going to go to Helen, and I'm putting the spotlight on her. And now, my darling Ellen, you're in the spotlight. So over to you. If you make
Thank you, Anne. Beautiful introduction and that meditation. You are amazing. As we say in laughter yoga, you are amazing. And I love that about you. So welcome, everyone. I'm so glad you showed up, and I'm glad this is being recorded so it could be shared far and wide. So laughter yoga. I can't see everyone on my screen, but how many of you have actually done it before? If you could just raise your hand so you could see each other. Great, wonderful. Okay, so welcome to those who have never experienced this. This will be your initiation. And if you love this and would like to lead a laughter session like I do, as Anne mentioned, I offer to do a training at no charge So during COVID times, I know economic, struggles are happening. And so it would be probably a 3-day training and we'd have to work it out. But my hope is that you'll share it far and wide. And even if it's just for yourself, that's a good enough reason to go through the training as well. Laughter yoga was actually started in 1995 by a medical doctor, Madan Kataria. He was doing some research on the benefits of laughter. And I have a PowerPoint, but it's not working, so I apologize. I'm going to give you all the information, though, from it. So he started out with a joke club. He thought, if laughter's so good, we're going to start a joke club. And so they went to a park in India, and 5 people, and they started laughing with jokes. And this was Joggers Park, 5 in the morning before everyone started work. And the laughter was attractive. It was magnetic, and people started coming, and they're all laughing together. And after about 10 days, the jokes ran out, and then they're all standing there looking at each other. And also some of the jokes were a little naughty and offensive. So they said, we don't want to do this anymore. And Dr. Kataria, knowing how good laughter is for you, he went back to the drawing board and he said, gee, if laughter's so good, and if we can't use jokes to depend upon our laughter, then maybe we could just laugh for no reason. We'll just look into each other's eyes and laugh. So they did that. They looked into each other's eyes because we have these mirror neurons. They're specialized cells in our brains. And when we see someone with a smile, it lights up our mirror neurons, and we reflect back what we see. So everyone's laughing as they see each other laugh. And then they started doing some fun and playful exercises, clapping and acting like children. And that became laughter yoga. So laughter yoga is actually based on Hasya yoga, an ancient practice from thousands of years ago where they would just laugh. And Dr. Kataria actually created the concept of a laughter club. And that's what you could do as a laughter leader. You could lead these laughter clubs, which are at no charge, because Dr. Kataria doesn't want inability to pay to exclude people from being able to laugh in community. You can laugh by yourself as well. But basically, the reason why it's called laughter yoga is probably because it started in India, and there are a lot of different yogas there, but also because yoga means union or harmony or connection. So it's the laughter exercises in connection with a deeper breath. So typically when there's a joke and we laugh, we go, ha, when we get the joke. It's maybe for a second or two. With laughter, it's sustained laughing. That's when you get the full benefits of laughing. So what happens? What are some of the benefits? Well, when you laugh, your biochemistry actually changes. So it takes about 10 minutes for that to occur. Dopamine gets released, which is the sense of pleasure in doing something. Oxytocin is the love hormone that gets released. So we feel a sense of connectivity with others, and we fall in love with others and with ourselves. Serotonin, our natural antidepressant, gets released when we're laughing. Endorphins, what that causes the runner's high, we get a laugher's high. It's also a natural pain reliever. So we get this sense of euphoria and also pain relief. And then nitric oxide gets released, which is your natural vasodilator. So it reduces your blood pressure. So while all those feel-good chemicals are being released when you're laughing, your stress hormones are being decreased, your adrenaline and cortisol. So that's why you're feeling just really great. Now, for me to just tell you this is one thing. You're getting it up here. But what we're going to be doing is the proof is in the pudding, as we say in the United States. Maybe you say it there too, the figgy pudding. So you'll be experiencing this for yourself. So we'll start with a check-in and rating yourself on the joy scale. And then at the end, we'll also rate ourselves again to see the comparison before and after laughing. So you don't want to do anything that's going to hurt yourself. I want everyone to feel good after the session. So like right now, my shoulder's in pain, so I can only raise my arm so high. But if you're able to raise it like this, then do it. If you're only able to move it like this, then that's fine. If you're only able to move your fingers, that's fine. Find your own comfort zone. Don't hurt yourself. You want to look into the screen as much as possible to try to establish eye contact to get those mirror neurons stimulated. This is actually a body-mind experience. So William James was a philosopher and psychologist in the United States. He was considered the founder of modern psychology. And he discovered that people who acted happy, they had the movements, open chest, wide smile, just a sense of lightness of being, they tended to be happy as opposed to being collapsed on yourself, looking down with a somber face. That will elicit sad feelings. So we can do that right now to get that experience, because it's called motion creates emotion. So we're going to start with our motion of sadness. So just kind of put yourself in a collapse state. So you're going to just kind of collapse on yourself, and with a sad look on your face and looking down and just feeling like all those burdens that Anne helped us to release, they've all come back, and they're all just kind of just making us feel just so ugh, UGH, ugh. Now sit up tall, like there's a string attached to the top of your head. You're elongating, lengthening your spine. You're opening up your chest. You're looking up, putting a smile on your face. And now you've added the LA to the UGH, UGH. And now, how does it feel? Can you detect the, the difference? Okay, so what we're doing is we're acting happy. And when we act happy, it changes our brain and our biochemistry, so we start feeling better. Even just smiling will make us feel better. There is research being done. It's a nascent science of laughter. A lot's been done on humor, why humor is healthy and good for us. Not much is done now.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, Ellen. It's me.
Can you unmute, Ellen?
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry.
Okay. No problem. There was some background noise, so Anne
I tried to.
muted everyone, including me.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, where am I at? I lost my place. Has it ever happened to you where, like, the tip of your tongue, the word, the thought, so we're just going to point at ourselves and laugh at ourselves in a good natured way. We aren't laughing at people, we laugh with, okay? So we're not laughing at, but we're going to laugh with ourselves. Point to ourselves. Okay, so how this is going to work, we're going to be doing a warm-up, because this is an aerobic exercise, okay? You can actually break a sweat given how intense you do this, okay? I tend to do it with intensity, so I break a sweat. Anyway, so this is an aerobic exercise because laughter actually is a forced exhalation, and it's really good to get the air out because it's stale air. We want to fill our lungs with fresh air. So this laughter is actually a pranayama. It's a deeper way of breathing. And so we're going to be doing laughter exercises with some breathing exercises, and there'll be time for a cool down and a short guided meditation. Then we're going to do a breakout, and I have some really cool stuff that we can discuss in breakout rooms. So are there any questions before we get started? I'm going to go to gallery view to see if I can see any hands. Any questions? No? Okay, we're going to go for it. All right. I thought if you could do the seated or standing, but I'm going to sing my song that my mother and I wrote, and you can move around to it, sway, just release and reduce whatever is the tension that's in your way, because you want to be fully present in the moment. Get rid of the stuff from the past, the concerns from the future, and just try to be in the moment. So we'll do the song, and then we'll do our joy scale. Actually, take a moment now before we even start, and just focus in on yourself. You can close your eyes for a moment. And number one is, I don't feel so good. Kind of wish I didn't get out of bed today. All the way to 10. Woohoo! I am so grateful to be alive. So give yourself a rating now. You don't have to share this. Just give yourself a rating between 1 and 10, and just remember that number, and then we'll revisit the joy scale to see how you feel after having laughed, to prove to yourself whether it really works. So just take a moment to check in. Give yourself a rating from 1 to 10. And also, well, first we'll do our warm up. Okay. And move around. Enjoy. Joy is here. Joy is there. Joy is everywhere. Open up your heart. Open up your heart to joy. Open up your heart. Open up your heart to joy. Love is here. Love is there. Love is everywhere. Open up your heart. Open up your heart to love. Open up your heart. Open up your heart to love. Laughter's here. Laughter's there. Laughter's everywhere. Open up your heart. Open up your heart to laugh. Open up your heart. Open up your heart to laugh. Now you can do this part. Sing along. Ha ha ha. 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 All right, just putting my ukulele away. Now, there are a couple things to know in laughter yoga, and good job for everyone. So we're going to unmute, but first I'm going to teach you, we clap in laughter yoga with our palms and fingers together. So it's not like, you know, like this. It's palms and fingers together because it stimulates our acupressure points. So we are getting a twofer. We're showing our joy, and we're also stimulating our acupressure points, 2 for 1. So we're going to clap. And then we're going to add a little rhythm and some sound. And the laughter sounds we're going to use are ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. 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 Ho, ho, ha, ha, ho, ho. And then we do a chant, and it goes like this. Very good, very good, yay! Very good, yay! So that typically signifies when we're going from one exercise to the other. So when you hear me going, very good, then stop and just follow what I'm doing. So very good, yay! So, All right. So some people have said to me, how do you get me to laugh? Well, I can't make anyone laugh. All I can do is invite you to laugh or to smile or just take it in, accept and receive all the joy that is being expressed from deep within us. And some of the things, though, you can't help yourself but laugh. So we're going to do one of those. And this is Frank. He was an elected official who used to come to my laughter club in person. Now he comes on Zoom, but I call this the Frank breath because he taught me how to do this. So bring your hands out, and like bicep curls, we're going to breathe in and hold it and breathe out. And breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth, or in through your nose and out through your nose. And breathe out. And again. And hold it. And laugh out. Very good, very good. Yay! Very good, very good. Yay! So typically we greet each other, right? In normal discourse, we greet each other. And so there are many different types of greetings. And I thought we would do the Queen's wave. And I researched this. And right, there's a very specific way that Queen Elizabeth waves. And it's also to not be too excitable. So you are waving, and we're going to wave to each other. And see if you can make eye contact with someone as you're waving to them. They may be far away, so you want to look far for them. We want to look up. It might be in rectangles above and to the side and below, wave. And now we're going to break decorum, and we're going to add a little bit of excitability to it. So now we're going to wave like a real joyful queen. And you can even use two hands. Very good, very good. Yay! Very good, very good. Yay! Oh my gosh, that wave, whenever you see it now, you'll probably start to laugh. All right, so we're going to start with gradient. This is called gradient laughter. We're going to first start with a smile. So a little smile on your face. Don't show teeth yet. Now you can show a little teeth. Now you can make it into a grin. And now we're going to laugh silently. And actually, I'm going to ask you to unmute so you can all hear each other. That's one of the beautiful things about laughter yoga, is we can see each other. For those that feel comfortable putting their video on, and we'll unmute so we can hear each other as well. So do you know how to unmute? Yeah, good. Very good. Very good, very good. Yay, okay. So we're going to be laughing silently. And now we'll laugh a little loud. A little louder. And a little louder. Really let it rip. Oh, it's the stars. So if you find that your laugh gets stuck, notice where it might get stuck, that energy, and you can release it more by swaying maybe a little back and forth. You can raise your chin to the ceiling, you know, your chin up, you're looking at the ceiling, to create more of a direct path from your heart or soul, wherever this laugh comes from. It's from deep within. You want to clear the way and invite it out. So very good, very good. Yay! Very good, very good. Yay! So, in Montreal, Canada, because of COVID, they have a curfew. So we're going to pretend like we're out and about and having a good time outside. And all of a sudden, we look at our watch and it's near curfew. So we're going to run back home. Back home. And we're going to laugh. We made it in time. Look out the window. And laugh. Look out the other side. All And now we're going to do a heart breath. So put your hand to your heart and just feel it beat. I know mine's beating pretty rapidly because this is an aerobic exercise. I've been moving around a lot. And you're going to breathe into your heart, your chest, and breathe out, sending all your love out into the world. And then guess what? You are getting love in return. So you're going to gather all that love back into your heart and breathe in and breathe out all of the love that you have. And to anyone who really needs a good laugh and lots of love, and breathe in again, gathering it to yourself, and breathing out again to the world. All right, so now we're going to do zipper laughter. So we have a zipper in our mouth, and when it's closed, we can also do red light, green light. So this is really great when you're at a stoplight. I used to get upset when I'd get a stoplight or stop sign. It's like, you're in my way. I'm on my way and you're thwarting me. Now I made a game for it. So whenever I get a red light, I laugh. So I look forward to the red lights now. Most of the time. And then I could do drive-by laughter. So see all the cars going by and laugh. So we're going to do, so this is green light. And we're just going to be ha 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 ha, like we're driving along. And as soon as we go like this, we start to laugh. This is red light. Green light. Red light. Green light. Red light. Very good, very good. Yay! Very good, very good. Yay. So now it's planting season, and so we're going to be little seeds. We're going to be all crouched up in our little husk or whatever seed shell, and we're getting the warmth of the earth as it warms up under the sun's warm sun rays and the rain, and someone's tending to us. They're tilling the earth around us. They're giving us compost to feed us, and we are suddenly bursting forth, reaching toward the sky. Oh, we are beautiful flowers. Oh my, and we're going to show off our beauty. Oh, yes, right. However that looks. You put a little makeup on, maybe. Beautiful flowers or be all natural beauties. All right, and we're just feeling when the rain comes down and it nourishes us, and all the worms that are making compost and feeding us, and we are robust flowers. How beautiful. Now we're going to do a bouquet of flower breath. So we're going to go into the garden and pick a flower and take a deep breath and set it down, breathing out and breathing in again and breathing out and breathing in and breathing out. Now we're going to gather all those flowers that have suddenly multiplied, and we have a bunch of bouquets in our hand. We're going to give a bouquet of flowers to each one of you. We're just going to reach to the screen and give a bouquet of flowers. You're going to feel your heart open and melt as you're receiving these flowers. And of course, you want to save a bouquet for yourself, so bring it to yourself and breathe deeply and just feel the love. And they say, there's a poet, I think it was, I always forget, Emerson perhaps, said the earth laughs in flowers. So hold all the earth's laughter in the palm of, into your bouquet, and breathe deeply. Now, in laughter yoga, we talk about, anger. If you're angry, there's a way that you can diffuse the anger. And someone from Canada, Maria Puri from Vancouver Island, she invented this laughter exercise. So I'm going to share it with you. So ducks, and actually Eckhart Tolle had talked about this in his book, I think A New Earth, that he noticed that ducks, when they get upset with one another, they're in the pond and they're, getting angry with one another, and you hear, rah, 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 rah. So we're going to be angry ducks. And then what they do, they don't stay angry. They actually move away from one another. They kind of go in a circle, and they come back very composed, calm again, and they interact again beautifully. So we'll do our duck rant. And then we're going to turn around in the pond and come back to one another in a very composed and gracious way. And now we're going to ask for forgiveness for the way we may have acted. So we're going to, there's forgiveness laughter. Opening your heart. And then we want to show appreciation, and we go. A round of applause. Very good, very good. Yay! Very good, very good. Yay! And as I mentioned, we don't laugh because there are jokes or comedy, right? We're just laughing because we know it's healthy for us and it feels good. So we're just going to look at ourselves and each other and go, why am I laughing? Feels great though. For no reason. Laughing for no reason. Happy for no reason. The audacity. All right, now we're going to go right to milkshake laughter. I forgot to mention that since it's an aerobic exercise and we're laughing a lot, we're losing a lot of fluids by laughing because we have imperceptible vapor loss through our lungs. So you want to stay well hydrated. So drink plenty of food, after the session or during. Not while you're laughing though, because I can't do any CPR on you. We're on Zoom. Anyway, so we're going to make a milkshake. So we're going to add some flavoring, and we're going to go like this: A, and shake it up, and drink it, and laugh. And now we're going to make something. We'll get some fabric. We're going to measure it, a meter, and it goes like this: A, and open your arm up wide and laugh. And then again, we'll do it to the other side. A, and open up your arms wide. And then we'll do centimeter laughter with our hands, and we'll go A. Very good, very good. Very good, very good. Now we're going to do what's called starfish breath or five-finger breath or roller coaster breath. So we're going to start at the base of our thumb and breathe in deeply. And pause when you get to the top. and breathe out gently. And again, breathe in deeply. And pause and breathe out. And breathe in. And breathe out. And in. And out. And in. And then we're going to laugh it out. See how far you can go. And then we'll do the other side. We'll start at the base of the pinky, and we'll go up, breathe in, pause, and breathe out. And again, in. And find your own rhythm. And out. And in. Out. Out. And in. And laugh it out. Very good, very good. Very good, very good. And now we're going to get ready for our cool down. And this is actually, these are really primitive sounds. And if you want to stand and do this and walk around, it's really cool. You can do it seated as well, and you can kind of march in place. But how it goes is we're going to be pushing energy down and going ha, ha. And then pushing energy like up and away and ho, ho. So we'll start with ho, ho, ha, ha, ho, ho, ha, ha, ho, ho, Deep breath in and smile when you breathe out. And in. And sigh out. Beautiful. Now, Dr. Kataria, the founder of Laughter Yoga, his main mission really is world peace, health, and well-being through laughter. So now we're going to laugh a minute for the world. And so you can think about places of the world that could really use the laughter and the healing and the love. And so it starts with us, and then we bring it forward. So just move around, feel your laugh, and see if you can, if you feel comfortable to let it rip and make it more robust, or if you just want to give a little giggle, whatever feels right for you. We just want to release our joy and laughter for the world. And you can do this with eyes open or eyes closed. So I will time us. Very good, very good, very good. Very good, very good. I know it's hard to stop once you get going, but we're just going to sit a moment in silence and just notice how your body's feeling. Notice the state of your mind. You may not be able to even think anything because when you laugh, your thoughts just totally get disengaged and you're in the full presence of this moment, and it's such a present to be in the moment. So just notice your breath. How can you even tell that you're breathing? You might feel the breath coming in and out of your nostrils or your chest or your belly. If you're a belly breather, the diaphragmatic breathing, which is actually the most healthy way to breathe, with your diaphragm. Notice how your breath settles and how you settle. Feel your connection to the earth through your feet, through what you're seated on. Let it support you. Feel your body feeling heavy, relaxed, being supported by Mother Earth. And feel your connection to the heaven above as well, and to each other. We are not alone. We are here for each other. And now just take a moment to just check in with yourself again with that joy scale. 1, I don't feel so good. I wish I didn't get out of bed today. To 10, I feel like I could fly. And see where you fall between 1 and 10. And then notice the comparison with the original number that you started with. And I'm just going to ask a couple questions. How many of you feel happier? Raise your hand. How many of you feel more robust, more vital, even though it's late there, just like you can go out and dance?
These are reactions.
How many of you feel connected to the group, something larger than yourself? Feel just a sense of group cohesion. And how many of you feel a sense of hopefulness and resilience? Like, you know, you feel yourself, your body, you're grounded. I am here. Yes. All right. So those are, you've just experienced some of the benefits of laughter yoga. And so I'm going to, do we have time for the breakout session, Anne? I see
Yes,
a little late.
time for the breakout session. Have time for the breakout session. So you want to lead us into something, take us into the breakout?
Okay, I would love to. So this actually was inspired by my brother, Kerry, and I didn't know he was going to be on today. So Kerry, this is from you, for you. Bear with me, I'm just going to read it, okay? Because it gets me a little choked up. That's what happens when you laugh. It's like a truth serum. Everything just comes out, and people might tell you things that, that they wouldn't normally. So beware if you lead laughter groups. Stuff comes up because we're exercising. We're moving the issues in our tissues. Things are being released through laughter. It's a catharsis. So anyway, so just recently, my brother Kerry said, when deceived or hurt by someone, he prayed not to become embittered, jaded, or to lose trust in people. He wanted to continue to live with an open heart, with love and trust. I never thought about this until Kerry said this to me. I had become jaded and had lost my trust in people. My way back to trust and open heart and love has been through laughter yoga. I guess you can say laughter yoga was an answer to an unstated prayer. When I laugh, I feel free, open, and trusting. It's not yesterday's laugh. It's not tomorrow's laugh. I'm not concerned about the past or ruminating about it. I'm not anxious about the future. My laugh is right in the moment. I feel fully alive. I feel self-compassion. I have the audacity to be me, and I love myself and others. So what is the breakout room, I'd like you to reflect on a time when you lost your way and what you did to find your way back to your aliveness and your self-compassion, and to what really mattered or matters in your life. Or you can reflect on how you felt after laughing, and if anything came to you, thoughts, emotions, feelings, sensations that you'd like to share with others. So any questions about that?
No,
Okay.
beautiful. Thank you so much, Anne. This has been absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. We will get back together after we have the breakout room. I'm going to suggest we do 15, 20 minutes in breakout, and then we come back and then we can say goodbye to you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm going to see if I can mute.
So we're going to break out now, and then we'll come back together and we'll say, we'll say thank yous to anybody who has to leave. There's a couple of people who had to leave, and then say thank you so much. Bless you. And if you send me the details of your course, I'll send it out in the newsletter. So we're now going to go in breakout rooms, and I'm going to do 4 breakout rooms. Good. Okay. So you should all be given a breakout room to go to. Okay, Rada, you know what to do. Galaxy. So I'm going to put you in room 4. What's that? That's what Liz, Rada, Carrie and Jelena sit together.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, it's Anne. Anne was making me laugh so much because I could just see you going like this all the time. I was laughing at you more than anything. You look like you were having your own little party.
Oh gosh, I love this thing because it does make you feel so good though, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It's really funny.
Yeah.
There's nothing like it. There's really nothing like it.
Laughing.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's just an amazing release, and it's the serotonin, the dopamine, everything all the happy hormones all kind of gather together, and you live in the now, you live in the moment. There's nothing that can harm you, there's nothing that can touch you, because you're laughing at the whole bloody world. What the hell? Anything, all the shit can happen and it doesn't matter because you're just laughing. I think it's fabulous.
Did you notice that when we first went into
So,
the first lockdown, everybody was sending everybody jokes? I mean, my WhatsApp was full of funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were laughing at the situation we were in. We were laughing about having not enough toilet rolls. We were laughing about everything.
Yeah.
Laughing about the masks. And I thought, this is the way humans deal with disasters and difficulties. We laugh at it.
It's true. That's so true.
Yeah.
It is.
There was some very funny stuff coming round, wasn't there?
It was amazing. It was. It was. Yeah. So especially with the hairdressers
Oh,
and the non-Brazilians.
Oh yes, I remember that one.
In the underpants. I think that was hilarious. That really made me laugh.
Really good. Really, really good.
Yeah.
Every year we used to have a party with a group of friends. It's the same group of friends every year. It went on for 25 years, and we meet in a house in France, and we have a fancy dress party, and we all used to dress completely ridiculously, and I used to go over the top with decorating the place and everything. We have a theme, and the thing that I remember from those gatherings was non-stop laughter.
Yeah.
Absolute, his belly laughs all night long. And I think that kept us really fit for those 25 years. We used to have 2 parties a year, one at Christmas, one in the summer, and the summer one lasted a week. We just laughed and laughed.
Wow.
And laughed. Yeah, it was amazing, amazing.
I remember my last, I was invited to a fancy dress party, and I thought, I can't make anything. I haven't got a mum to help. Husband can't do it anyway, he's gone. And I thought, I'm just going to go as I am. So I went, and then when people said, what have you come as? I went down on all fours, and I said I'd come as an occasional table.
good.
I'm just an
Remember
occasional
that
table.
one.
So where's the rest of the world? Are we just on our own?
We're in breakout rooms, so that gives everybody a chance to speak.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Yeah, so smaller groups, so everybody gets a chance, and big groups they don't.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
That's it. I think
Because Amanda and I are thinking about doing the training with Ellen.
brilliant,
Yeah.
brilliant. Yeah.
Are you two, Emma and Anne? Are you thinking about doing it?
Me? I don't think I will, because I've got.
And
But I
oh,
will.
I'm losing sound.
Is that you, Amanda, speaking?
I lost sound for a minute. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can hear you now.
Yeah, it's a bit of a dodgy connection, I think there. Yeah, I mean, it's very generous of us to do this free. She does that. There are some things you can do to make some money from it if you want to. So it's not that it's, it's not an investment for nothing. But I mean, I think just being able to spread that fun would be fantastic. A fun thing to do.
Mm.
I'm wondering how to incorporate it in my.
Are you going to?
Sorry. Sound is breaking
I
up.
was just trying to establish if Emma and Anne are planning to do the training.
No.
Well, I don't think we will, but only because I have an awful lot else already on, and that's the only reason. And I'd like to do it. If I was going to do it, I'd like to then go out and run a group. And I think I've got a lot of groups at the moment, so I think I wouldn't. But I think it'd be excellent for you to do. And then I can always, if you have groups, you can promote them. Let me know, and I'll put them on the newsletter so people know where they are.
I just think
Okay.
it would be a really good thing to do, regardless of whether you're doing a group. But
Yeah, that might be a good idea just to learn how to do it for yourself.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
And groups of friends as well.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah.
definitely.
I
But
do laugh a lot anyway.
we're still a small community, aren't we? Us light workers, the people like us that are spreading our truth. We're still in the minority, and it's really hard to push these things, to get it out there. And I know with my EFT group, I mean, it's been going for like 15 years, and it's still the same people, and now it's spreading a little bit wider. But it's been a tough, hard slog to get people to come and to get people to engage. And I think laughter yoga is one of those things that people will not really understand the seriousness of it straight away, and you've got to be a light worker or somebody that's a little bit aware in the first place in order to gain the true benefit.
Yes, and I think
So,
you have to be a little bit mad, like we all are.
yeah, that's true. Totally barking in my case. Yeah.
I've come to the conclusion, I mean, I've been doing this for like 25 years now, and often people come to me for a session, and one of the things that nearly always comes up is they feel blocked, but not getting out as much as they'd like to. And I just think you can't force people to want to go on their spiritual journey. You can't force people to want to heal. You can't force people to take responsibility for themselves. You just have to be there, and sooner or later, like, shine your light and hope that eventually enough people come that need it. And I think we have to forget about numbers. We really do. I mean, if we learn to do laughter yoga and we laughed with one other person or just ourselves, that would be perfect.
Yeah, you're right, Anne. You're right.
You put yourself under a strain, you put yourself under stress. I mean, I've done it. I've been there thinking, oh, I need more numbers. Why? Why do I need more numbers? If one person comes and one person gets a lot from this, that's all that matters.
It's why we're here, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. And I think it's interesting because we're all ladies, I can say this. I think, have you noticed that the majority of light workers this time around, I'm talking about this era, as opposed to the Atlantic era and the time of Jesus or one of the other eras have been, this time it's nearly all women. And I think that's because women are not so likely to fall foul of their ego.
Yeah.
And it's not a competition
Right.
who can get the biggest group together or, make the most
And
money.
I also feel very sorry for the men, because they come from a place of being the hunter gatherer, the I am in charge, I must not cry, I will do this, I will do that, I am the big man. But of course we all as women know that they've never given birth, they've never been there and done it. So how can they be this huge person or this hunter-gatherer? Why do they put themselves up on a pedestal like that? I feel so sorry for them. All right, it's not just that they haven't given birth, but they haven't suffered like women have. They haven't felt the suffering. They haven't felt the isolation. They haven't felt what we feel as women. They can't talk to one another like us women talk to each other. We can chat away, and they say, of course, women talk. Actually, men, when they talk, it doesn't mean anything. So I think
the younger generation are.
Sorry, I'm just laughing at Jade's view of men. I just think it's really funny.
I love men. I just think they're totally stupid.
Jade, I think that's true of older men.
Yeah.
But I think the younger generation are getting better.
Oh, I think
the younger generation men talk to each other more.
I agree. I absolutely agree. And I do have some wonderful young friends. My son's friend came, and he was the only one to share, my late son, he was the only one to share Christmas with me this last year. And we had a fabulous time. The old lady and the young guy, we rocked along really cool, really well.
Wonderful.
Yeah, we did. And my last lodger was a 40-year-old, 39, 40-year-old, about the same age as my son, a bit older. And we rocked along really well for 18 months. And I totally respected everything that he was doing. Yeah, and he was open to healing. He was open to hands-on. He was open to spiritual counseling. He was open to EFT and Reiki and all of it. He was totally open. Yeah, I agree with that, Amanda. I think the young people. But why is that? It's because we're spreading the word, isn't it?
Sure. I'm going to pop and see Kerry because he's my friend in the other box now.
Bye.
Can you give Terry my love, please, Anne?
I will. I will. Wherever I go, I've got to. How can I get?
And I need to go for a pee. I'll see you
Don't
all
get
in a-
lost. No, it's just me and you then, Emma.
Well, I'm here because it looks if I've got to sign a new house. I don't want to do that. So oh, I'm back again. Do a very good job of that. I just want to leave the room. Let's see where that is. Oh, leave breakout room. That's
sign on the door, you must wear a mask. And they said, we're not going to put it on. And she walked away. I came home and I called her and I said to her, we like to shop in your store, but we're not going to come in the store anymore because they don't have a mask. So she said, if you think that I'm going to get killed over a mask, she said, forget it. She said, if they don't want to wear the mask when they come in the store, they don't have to. And this is an attitude of a lot of people. And I have found that I have been filled with hatred for these people that are not wearing masks and are making my life, which now I'm going to be facing the public, feeling that my life is going to be in danger.